Mark, I received your material, and your material, both thicknesses cut just fine. Now the first test that I performed, which I didn't put on video, was a linear inch test basically. I used this die right here, which all this is a slit cut die essentially, to test the number of linear inches we could cut of any one material. This die has, I think, 120 inches of blade on it. All your material cuts just fine. And I'll go ahead and I'll send this sample back to you just so you're not confused as to what this is. This die, this piece simply has slits in it, again simply to test the linear inch count. And these pieces were also cut at the same time. I cut the larger piece. And as stated, both material thicknesses cut just fine. I'll perform a little test to show you how this works. This is the thinner of the two materials. Just put the material on top of the die. Slide it in. Take it out. And as you can see, this stuff cuts out real easy. Now I'll show you another video cutting the thicker of your two materials, and then I'll send the samples back to you. So this was the thin one, and here is the thicker one. Now the way this works, you can do this two ways. You can have the cutting board mounted on the top. That is the sacrificial surface that you're cutting against. Now, for simplicity's sake, I use these clamps to mount this cutting board to the top, but there are mounting holes on each corner of the press that you can actually mount the board to the top. Or you can have the board on the bottom, and you could have your die upside down to cut blade down. But again, I think for what you're doing, you would have the board on the top. And the die that you would have designed would obviously be built on a 12 by 24 board such as this one, and they could incorporate in registration pins, retractable registration pins, if in fact your material needed to be registered for any one reason. There are these retractable registration pins available. So again, I have your die, put the material on top of the die, slide it in, and this again being the thicker of the two materials, this stuff cuts out just fine. I'll go ahead, I'll put all these samples in some designated envelopes that mark the what types of dye we used with it and also the thickness of the material. Send the samples back out to you and give you a call to follow up. Thank you.